When a Saiyan manages to become a Super Saiyan God and then absorbs and retains its power when they lose the form and revert to base, they take on a new state of being referred to as Saiyan beyond God. Once mastered, this state of being allows the Saiyan to utilize their God power in their base form. And if they possess the Super Saiyan form, they become capable of transforming into a Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. So that is the description of the Saiyan Beyond God form directly from the Dragon Ball Wiki. It's also on several other places, other sources, but this is the easiest place to find it, so I just wanted to read it for you directly from there. So essentially what that says, let me go ahead and digest this for you guys. What this means is that when you become a Super Saiyan God, you are able to get a hold of the God Ki. So that means that when you become a Super Saiyan God initially, so let's just use Goku for an example because we've seen his trajectory. We haven't really seen Vegeta's, which is another topic. Goku became the red-haired Super Saiyan God. That was obviously an incomplete form. It had several drawbacks, and at some point during the Battle of Gods movie, we're going to talk about that instead of Dragon Ball Super, he ultimately lost the form, but did not notice that he lost it because his body was able to, as the Dragon Ball Wiki said, absorb and retain the powers of the god by the time that he reverted back to his base form. Now, ultimately, he did wind up recalling that, or noticing that he lost the form. Also, Beerus did play a hand in that because he pointed it out. Goku was able to then go back into the form, and you guys know how that all turned out. So, ultimately, what this form is you're taking the God Ki, which essentially came from the God Ritual, which gave you the Super Saiyan God powers. You're taking your portion of that God Ki that you were using to become the Super Saiyan God, and you're mastering it. You're molding it into your own Ki, which is how you get to this place considered Saiyan Beyond God. This is sort of the middle grounds. So, I mean, this can be interpreted a couple of different ways. That it can either be that, you know, it's stronger than the red-haired form. It doesn't necessarily matter whether it is or isn't stronger than the red-haired form, but this is the actual true state of a god. This is where, you know, this is their god state, their base god state, and then they undergo a transformation under their god state, and that's how they get to SSGSS. So, the red form is honestly not to be taken seriously. It's really just not. That's why I don't understand why people want Vegeta to reach that form. It's not a good form. It doesn't really have any merit. So, that being said, ultimately, this form is their mastered form. If you guys noticed, slight spoiler, incredibly slight spoiler. This will probably not ruin anything for you if you haven't seen the movie Fakatsu no F for some reason at this point. In the beginning of the movie, the first like 5 minutes, we see Goku and Vegeta training with Whis. And I know that initially when I saw that, like months back, I was wondering why they were in their base forms. I was just like, why are they in their base forms? And it started dawning on me later on, over the last couple months, you know, that they were really strong in their base forms. So I did some research around then. I'm just now getting around to this video. But ultimately, they were training with Whis in their base forms because they were achieving this form and still trying to perfect this form. If you noticed, when, once again in that movie, spoiler alert, when Frieza transformed into his final form, Goku fought that whole fight with a powered up final form Frieza in his base form. It's not just, you know, final form Frieza from the Frieza saga. He went through that transformation, that training, you know, so his final form was infinitely stronger than the one that was on Namek. But Goku was able to go blow for blow with him in his base form. And I also noticed that, you know, they had the white aura / ki around them instead of the standard blue. It was kind of like a milky-white type of aura. And that's another thing that they get. It's similar to like if you play Xenoverse, it's similar to like Potential Unleashed or Unlock Potential, you know, where you get that white aura around you. So that's all I pretty much wanted to say. A lot of people don't know about this form, but this form is a thing. It's the second form in the god lineage, if you will, but it's the actual god form. So let me know you guys' thoughts on this form. It's just, it's really simple. I mean, that's all I really can say about it. Yeah, let me know you guys' thoughts. Be sure to subscribe if you are new, but I'll catch you guys next video. Peace out.